Hello and welcome to this week's real estate market update. Hope you're having a fantastic week and thank you so much for tuning in to this week's real estate market update. As always, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at martinuzzi.com.au for all the weekly updates. And if you're not yet following us on YouTube or on the socials, please make sure you do below to stay informed and up to date with what's happening in the property market across Australia and locally here on the Sunshine Coast as well. So a quick update on the May figures. So CoreLogic has released a report this week that highlights some of these figures, and it shows that prices have risen for the 16th consecutive month, again in May, by 0.08% on average, and reporting that Brisbane has now overtaken Canberra as the second most expensive city in Australia, second to Sydney, of course. Back in January, Brisbane median house prices overtook Melbourne, and that can be a little bit skewed because Melbourne has a higher number of unit sales compared to Brisbane, so that can skew the figure a bit. But whatever the case is, Brisbane has now a higher median price than Melbourne and Canberra, and only second to Sydney. So the median prices in Brisbane sitting just under $950,000. The key reasons, again, remain the same why property prices continue to climb, even though there's a bit of uncertainty still existing in the marketplace. The key reasons really is the huge population increases that we're experiencing and the low levels of stock or properties available to purchase. So we're seeing stock levels quite low across most markets in Australia. Those markets where there is an increasing number of properties available to purchase have lower levels of property growth. Brisbane had reported for the month of May a price growth of 1.4%, and as per CoreLogic's report, they show that property levels or stock levels are still 34% below the 5-year average. Similar numbers can be configured here on the Sunshine Coast as well. We've seen prices bump up a little bit in May, on average about 1 to 1.4% in most of our hinterland suburbs here on the Sunshine Coast as well. So stock levels remain low. Population, which I have a little report there on my blog this week, so check that out at martinuzzi.com. Population is going to continue to rise, and we're still going to face this housing crisis. So I don't expect the figures to change, and I don't think we'll see prices going down anytime soon. On top of that, there is still talk of the RBA getting the inflationary rate back in check, which speculates for many that they will actually drop the cash rate later this year or early next year. Now, if that happens, that's going to push more demand into the market and likely push prices up further, making it more unaffordable for many. And this is the key reason why the market seems quite patchy at the moment. And that reason is because for a lot of people, the cost of living pressures and the unaffordability of property makes it very hard to justify or even enter the property market. For those that have potentially owned property and sold up, those cash buyers, they do exist out there, and they're a key reason why we're seeing some properties sell for fairly incredible prices. As recorded by CoreLogic, and also what I'm witnessing here in our local Sunshine Coast area, is that certain properties are performing better than others. So typically in the lower quartile of property prices, so in those entry-level properties, you would expect a lot of demand still exists there, and those prices are generating premium results. And really that category is in the 650 to 750 range, maybe even a little bit above. And the upper quartile, we're seeing slower growth, but still it seems new homes, near new homes, or homes that have been fully renovated and present very well to the market, they seem to be getting premium prices too and selling for pretty quickly, short time frames in the market at the moment as well. So again, check out my full report at martinuzzi.com.au if you want to have a read of that. A little bit about population growth there as well. And as always, if you're looking to buy, sell or rent, give us a call. We'd love to see if we can assist you. Have a great week ahead. We'll talk soon.